So if Labour members, especially leading ones, want to have a debate on Kashmir, all they have to do is table it. There's no magic. If Hilary Benn can persuade the Labour front bench to give over half a day of their opposition day to the subject of Kashmir, all they have to do is table it. No one can stop it. So it slightly irks me when I hear people who are in a position to have it debated in Parliament call for it to be debated in Parliament, as if you could make it happen in Parliament and they could not. But the opposite is true. Secondly, it's not peace that we're struggling for, it's justice. No justice, no peace. You see, India's in favour of peace in Kashmir. The Boers were in favour of peace in South Africa. Even the Israelis are in favour of peace in Palestine, but they're not ready to pay the price. They're not ready to pay the price of peace, which is justice. So we can't be disinterested observers here calling for peace, calling for negotiations like we haven't been calling for them these last 60 years on deaf ears. We have to make a stand for justice. There is no reward in this life for behaving in an unprincipled manner. There might be no short-term reward, but in the end and on the last day there will be a reward. So it falls to us to take a side. And we can't be on both sides. You can't be with the occupier and the occupied. You can't be with the oppressor and the oppressed. And I long ago took my stand with the oppressed in Kashmir as elsewhere. His Excellency, the High Commissioner, and I fought in the 1990s to win the Labour Party, of which I was then a member. We fought to win the Labour Party to a policy position of support for the right of the people of Kashmir for self-determination. It caused waves. When Robin Cook went to the late, God rest his soul, Robin Cook went to India, there was a huge scandal about it because we had just persuaded the Labour Party conference to pass such a resolution. That resolution is still extant. No resolution has countermanded it. It is still the Labour Party's policy to demand self-determination for the people of Kashmir. And they need to be pushed to resurrect it, to dust it down. Because this story is littered with texts that gather dust and finally can no longer be seen. They have been sitting on the shelf for so long. And that is one of them. So we have a petition going on now. If that petition were to gain 100,000 signatures, it would automatically provoke a debate. Unfortunately, possibly not on the floor of the House, but in Westminster Hall, which is still technically Parliament, but doesn't quite have the same theatre. Now, 100,000 sounds daunting, but I was a part of an effort just recently to get 100,000 signatures and therefore a debate. Everybody has to get hundreds, if not thousands of people to sign it. And if you do, we'll have taken another step forward from this magnificent gathering here today. Wassalamu alaikum. Thank you.